What's going on, my PT peeps? One Eye Bri back from the PT channel to talk about Marvel Avengers Infinity War. Pretty awesome stuff. I'm excited to talk about it as I saw it a little bit ago. If you haven't seen it yet, stop watching if you're worried about spoilers. If you've seen it and you want to discuss it, talk about it, all that stuff, feel free. But I don't want to ruin anything for you guys. It's not a spoiler video by any means, but we're going to discuss the video, so spoiler warning, obviously. So overall, I thought the movie was very good. It was sad, it was funny, it was good, it was action-packed. Overall, it was very enjoyable. It lived up to the hype in my eyes. Is it part 1 of 2? Not sure if it's going to be Infinity War Part 1, Infinity War Part 2, but I think the next movie of Avengers is going to connect, obviously. There's going to be a sequel to it, setting up the connection of this storyline and the more movies to come in the Marvel Universe. They do a great job of that. I don't know any other saga that connects like the Marvel movies do. Now, I like the idea of it connecting right after Civil War, especially with Captain America and his team going that way and this way and seeing Vision and War Machine. We still haven't seen Captain America and Tony Stark meet or talk or anything after Civil War. So I would assume that'll be a next big thing in the next Avengers movie. But I thought it was a great continuation of it. What did you think, guys? If you've seen the movie, post your comments below. I'm excited for more Marvel movies to come, but what does it mean? Is it part 1 here in May and part 2 next May? Is what the early reports were when they were starting to film this. I would assume they filmed part 1 and part 2 back to back because they have all the people together. They would be in Georgia or here on this location because they film a lot of Marvel movies at Pinewood Studios, which is right outside Atlanta in Georgia. So I'm excited for the continuation of this storyline. They did give you some hope that the Avengers and the groups and Black Panther and their group and this group and Guardians of the Galaxy, they could defeat Thanos. I thought they were going to do it, but as we know, they didn't. It's a shame because we lost some people, but I would assume they're going to come back. I think the Guardians of the Galaxy took the biggest hit, even though they were great comic relief. Star-Lord is still alive, Rocket's still alive. Star-Lord was pretty funny, Drax was hilarious. Felt bad for Gamora, felt bad for a lot of the backstory like that. But Thanos being connected with Gamora, is that going to come back around in the next movie? I think so. Where is Thanos anyway? What sun is this? What sunset is it? Half the universe is gone, so where is he? Just watching the sunset and relaxing. And how is Tony Stark going to get back? He's in the middle of nowhere. His suit is all tore up. He's got the nanobot technology, but can he just repair his suit and fly away? It was pretty cool when his helmet got taken off by Thanos and it just had another helmet and it ripped off and then put another helmet. Peter Parker's gone. I doubt Spider-Man is going to be totally gone in the Marvel Universe. That would make no sense. So all these characters eventually have to come back, right? Some, maybe all. I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. Okoye, you know Michonne, Okoye, Danai Gurira is not going to get taken out. I love the fact that she's still alive. I thought she did a great job. She's awesome at Black Panther. She's awesome on The Walking Dead. And she's awesome in Marvel Avengers Infinity War. And I'm excited to see what happens with the character going forward. Are we going to get another Black Panther movie? It made $1 billion. Well, I don't know the exact amount, but it's a lot of money. And I would assume they're going to make another Black Panther movie. And she'll probably be in it. But as for the Avengers, I thought the screen time for a lot of the characters was pretty good. Sure, Nebula didn't have the biggest part, and this character didn't have the biggest part, and overall, Wakanda wasn't anything but a major battle in the scene. But overall, Thanos and Thor did have the most screen time, I thought. I thought Tony Stark did a good job. Doctor Strange had a big part as well. Peter Parker and Star-Lord. And I thought the Guardians of the Galaxy were good comic relief. And overall, I thought the movie was done very well. You had some storyline, some backstory. You definitely should see the prior movies before you see this, but you didn't have to. But it always helps to be familiar with the characters. Definitely got to see Doctor Strange and everything to see the powers of that. But hopefully Doctor Strange comes back, because I would love to see that character come around for another movie of Doctor Strange 2 or whatever they would like to call it. But overall, Fanus was pretty badass. He was a character that looked kind of funny. His armor was pretty cool. I would like to have seen more of that, especially when he was fighting, if he could just bring that armor back on him. But overall, Thanos was a pretty good super villain. He's definitely the biggest villain that we've seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But I'm not sure where he is at the end of the movie with the sunset and everything. So hopefully it makes sense and we'll see. I would love to see another Avengers movie next year. well, maybe we gotta wait another year. As for the Infinity Stones, I like the story, I like the connection, I like how he already had one at the beginning of the movie. The Mind Stone by Vision was pretty weak, how he has an Infinity Stone in his brain and he was still kind of struggling to kill the other people of Thanos' army, but it was kind of a little weak at times with that. But the Vision was kind of weak in this movie. I kind of felt bad for Scarlet Witch because her power was the one that could destroy it, but then he just was like, nope, reverse, I'll take it anyway. But Doctor Strange did see one possible way that they win, and he gave up the stone pretty willingly, so we'll see how it works out. Is Gamora going to be totally gone? A soul for a soul? I thought Captain America would die. He didn't. Gamora died, Loki died, Nebula still around. I'm trying to make sense of it as I just saw it, of who's still around, because the way they died was different than I thought. I thought they would go out in battle being killed, but from a simple snap of the fingers, half of the universe is gone. That's pretty crazy. Are they going to be able to rewind time and go back? Is it all going to be for naught? I'm excited to see how it connects. I like the idea of having Hawkeye and Ant-Man still alive, especially with the Ant-Man and Wasp movie coming out later this summer. It'll probably be around those things because, you know, the next movie, we'll talk about that in a second, especially the post-credit scene. There's one post-credit scene. It sucked that there was only one, but it is kind of a big one for next year with a certain movie coming out. We'll talk about that for sure. As for Black Panther and Wakanda, and the future of that, who's going to lead Wakanda? As we saw, Okoye still alive, but is T'Challa's sister still alive? I hope so. I like her a lot. She didn't have the biggest part by any means, but we need scientists to stay alive, and there was a lot of smart people left. Tony Stark, Bruce Banner, some smart people to get stuff done, and Wakanda has a lot of technology that can hopefully find out. But how are they going to get to Thanos? I don't know. I was disappointed we didn't see this scene. The Hulk was pretty meaningless in this movie. He was at the very beginning because if you saw Thor, he was already there on the ship. And it was kind of like, we didn't see the Hulk after that. Bruce Banner was pretty hilarious, Mark Ruffalo. But ultimately, we didn't see the Hulk. Hopefully he comes back around. What's up with that? You know, Black Widow is pretty cool. Captain America, I like the scene when he caught the staff and, you know, they were fighting, pretty epic. But did you catch this? These people are all still alive from the first Avengers movie, except for Nick Fury. Well, I'm guessing Hawkeye is still alive, but Bruce Banner, Tony Stark, Thor, Black Widow, and Captain America are all still alive. The original Avengers to take on Thanos still? Makes sense. They kind of thinned the herd out a little bit. It was a huge cast, a huge feat to bring all these people together, and I thought they did a great job with it in only a 2.5 hour long movie. I wanted more and more and more of it. The 2.5 hours goes by super quick, and you know it's a good movie when you want more and you want to see what happens going on to the next movie. The post-credit scene is all the way at the end after all the credits and after everything goes by. It's pretty cool. We'll talk about that in a second. Did you catch the cameo by Stan Lee on the bus? I like some of his cameos. I thought that one was kind of weak, but overall, I thought Avengers Infinity War was pretty awesome. How about you guys? Post your comments below. Does it live up to the hype? I think so. How about you? I think they did a great job of all these characters and cast in one movie. Pretty awesome stuff. So like I said, if you watched to the very end of the movie, you saw a post-credit scene with Agent Hill and Nick Fury. People were asking if Nick Fury is going to be in this, and kind of he was. But before he goes into dust, he sends out a message, and it says sending, and it says sent, and then we see a logo, a design with something like this. It is the Captain Marvel logo on her uniform. And basically, Captain Marvel to me will be a nice addition to the Avengers movies and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She's got powers of flying around and she's pretty cool. You will see, hopefully she makes a good addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And after checking online, the word is that Captain Marvel should be coming out in March 2019. So maybe Captain Marvel comes out early March 2019 and then the next Avengers movie can be later that year, maybe May 2019, or we gotta wait to 2020 or whenever. But I'm excited for the connection with Captain Marvel coming to Marvel's Cinematic Universe on the big screen. the next Avengers movie, and the rest of the Marvel movies. I think they do a great job with it. How about you guys? Let me know your thoughts, post your comments below, and remember guys, believe in yourself. If you can dream it, you can do it.